Welcome to my channel World of Coins. If you've ever wondered if those old coins you have lying around could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into some of the rarest US coins, revealing their jaw-dropping values that will leave you amazed. Stick with us till the end, you won't want to miss what these hidden treasures could be worth. Let's get started. Top 1. The Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1970 holds within it a history that has captured the imagination of collectors and treasure seekers alike. Though it may seem like just another common coin to the average person, in the world of numismatics, the 1970 Lincoln penny has earned a reputation for being full of surprises and mysteries that can lead to fortune. This coin, minted during a time of great change and cultural movement in the United States, continues to shine not just for its copper luster but for its incredible potential value. This iconic penny features the enduring profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. Victor David Brenner's timeless portrait of the 16th president still commands respect and attention more than half a century later in 1970. This year's minting continued with the memorial reverse introduced in 1959, commemorating the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., giving collectors a dual tribute to a beloved leader and a national monument. The year 1970 was also a pivotal time in American history. From anti-war protests to the beginnings of environmental reform, the nation was buzzing with change. And yet, while most people were focused on the political and cultural atmosphere, few noticed what was quietly being struck at the U.S. mints in Philadelphia and San Francisco, coins that would become legendary. The 1970 penny was produced at both the Philadelphia and San Francisco mints, with the San Francisco coins bearing the iconic S mint mark. But the story truly begins with the discovery of several striking variations and rare errors in these coins, errors that would turn ordinary copper cents into rare and valuable pieces worth thousands. One of the most famous varieties is the 1970 S small date Lincoln cent. At first glance, this coin looks no different than any other from that year. But keen-eyed collectors and specialists can detect the subtleties in the date, where the 7 is level with the 0 instead of appearing slightly lower as seen in the large date version. This seemingly minor difference makes all the difference when it comes to value and rarity. Another striking feature is the boldness, or lack thereof, in the Liberty inscription. On some 1970 S small date coins, the letters appear faint or weakly struck, adding to the mystery and appeal. These subtle indicators have led to these coins being categorized separately and sought after in auctions and collections alike. The excitement doesn't end there. In rare cases, some 1970 Lincoln pennies have been discovered with double die obverse, where the date and lettering appear slightly duplicated due to a misalignment during minting. These double die varieties are the crown jewels of the coin collecting world, often fetching incredible sums of money when in pristine condition. The copper composition of the 1970 penny also plays a role in its legacy. Made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, these coins represent a time before the United States transitioned to using a mostly zinc-based alloy in 1982. As copper prices rise and the demand for pre-1982 pennies grows, the value of the 1970 versions only climbs higher. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A 1970 Lincoln cent pulled from circulation may only be worth a few cents, but one preserved in uncirculated condition, especially with a rare error or variety, can command attention from top buyers across the globe. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC with high mint state scores often attract bidding wars at numismatic conventions and online auctions. The appeal of the 1970 penny lies not only in its variety but in its accessibility. Unlike gold coins or silver dollars, it's a denomination that everyone is familiar with. It sparks a sense of curiosity. Could there be one sitting in your old change jar, hiding among the rest, just waiting to be discovered? Collectors know that not every 1970 penny will be valuable, but the thrill is in the hunt. The search for the elusive small date or the doubling in Lincoln's face becomes an adventure, each coin inspected with a magnifying glass and a hopeful heart. The sense of discovery, the excitement of possibly finding a fortune in a pocket-sized treasure, is what keeps collectors coming back. And while some coins may only fetch modest amounts, the right combination of mint mark, error, and condition can lead to staggering values. The 1970 S small date double die penny is one such coin, known to have sold for thousands of dollars under the right circumstances, but rarity alone doesn't determine value, it's also about the story. The journey a coin has taken, the hands it's passed through, and the history it represents all contribute to its mystique. The 1970 penny embodies the transition of a nation, captured in copper and preserved through time. As each year passes, fewer of these coins remain in pristine condition. Wear and corrosion claim many, and the truly collectible ones become even rarer. It is this dwindling number, coupled with a passionate collector base, that continues to drive up the value of special pieces. To the untrained eye, the 1970 penny may appear to be just another cent. But those who know what to look for see it as a potential treasure trove. And when found, verified, and preserved, its worth can skyrocket beyond imagination. This humble coin serves as a reminder that history and fortune can lie in the smallest places. It proves that with patience, knowledge, and a bit of luck, something as ordinary as a penny can change your life. For those who stumble upon a rare 1970 Lincoln cent, it could mark the beginning of a lifelong passion or simply a once-in-a-lifetime moment of incredible luck. Either way, it brings with it stories worth sharing and excitement worth remembering, and so, the next time you're handed change at a store or sifting through an old coin jar, don't ignore the pennies. Among them could be one of the rarest Lincoln cents ever struck, a piece of American history that today is worth $150,000. Top 2. In the palm of your hand may lie a piece of American history that many people overlook every single day, the Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1975. At first glance, it appears as just another ordinary copper coin, passed through countless hands, tossed into jars, and forgotten at the bottom of drawers. But within this tiny disc of metal lies a story that has caught the attention of coin collectors and treasure hunters around the world. The 1975 Lincoln penny is more than just currency, it's a portal to mystery, value, and hidden wealth. The design itself is familiar and comforting, featuring the side profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, a powerful symbol of American freedom and perseverance. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic image has remained largely unchanged since its first appearance in 1909, and by 1975, it had already cemented its place in the hearts of Americans. On the reverse side is the stately Lincoln Memorial, its columns standing tall to honor the legacy of the man whose face adorns the coin. The year 1975 was a fascinating time in the United States. America was recovering from the aftershocks of political scandals and economic uncertainties, yet hope was on the horizon. Coin production that year followed routine, but as history has shown time and again, even in routine mintage, rare mistakes and unique varieties can slip through undetected. And it's precisely these mistakes that turn an everyday penny into a highly sought-after collectible. While most people are busy looking for silver or gold coins, seasoned collectors know that the true gems are often hiding in the most unexpected places. The 1975 Lincoln cent is one such example. Struck in copper and zinc before the major composition change of the 1980s, these coins hold not just monetary value, but historical significance as well. Their metallic content alone makes them more valuable than modern pennies. What makes the 1975 Lincoln penny truly special isn't just its composition or design, it's the rare errors and varieties that have been discovered in some specimens. These errors are often the result of slight misalignments, die cracks, doubling, or off-center strikes during the minting process. When such defects occur and are caught in high-quality condition, their value can multiply dramatically. Among the most desirable varieties are coins with doubled die obverse, where the date or lettering appears slightly duplicated under magnification. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts between impressions, creating a ghost image on the coin's surface. It's subtle, but unmistakable to the trained eye, and extremely valuable. Another sought-after anomaly is the off-center strike, which happens when the coin blank isn't properly aligned during minting. The result is a coin that looks oddly shaped, with part of the design missing or shifted. While it may seem like a flaw, it's this kind of imperfection that makes collectors' hearts race. The more dramatic the error, the more desirable the coin becomes. There are even known cases of coins from this year with weak or missing details in the "In God We Trust" or "Liberty" inscriptions, leading some collectors to speculate about minting inconsistencies or experimental dies. These coins, when preserved in mint state condition, can sell for astonishing prices at auctions. another factor that drives the value of a 1975 penny is its condition. Coins that have never entered circulation, those that remain in pristine, untouched state, are rare and highly collectible. Professional grading agencies like PCGS and NGC assign grades based on the coin's surface, luster, and sharpness of strike. A high-grade 1975 penny, especially one with a unique error, becomes instantly valuable. For everyday people, the idea that a single penny could be worth a small fortune is both thrilling and hard to believe. Yet, stories continue to surface of collectors or curious individuals discovering rare varieties of common coins tucked away in rolls of change or forgotten collections. The dream of finding such a treasure is what fuels the passion of coin hunting. Even more fascinating is the notion that such a coin could be sitting in someone's pocket right now. That's the allure of the 1975 Lincoln cent. Its value doesn't always announce itself. It takes curiosity, patience, and a little knowledge to reveal its true worth. But when that rare penny is found, the reward can be truly life-changing. The beauty of coin collecting lies in its accessibility. You don't need to be wealthy to participate. All it takes is a careful eye and a bit of dedication. And with millions of 1975 pennies minted, the possibility, however small, still exists that a valuable variety is waiting to be discovered by someone like you. Collectors are always on the lookout for full red examples, where the original copper sheen has been perfectly preserved. These coins, especially if error-marked or variety-specific, have sold for extraordinary prices. It's not just about rarity, it's about rarity combined with quality. Many coin dealers and auction houses have seen these 1975 pennies fetch prices far beyond what anyone might expect from a humble 1-cent piece. When the right coin shows up, flawless, full of character, and blessed with a rare anomaly, it becomes the centerpiece of an auction, drawing attention from seasoned collectors and curious newcomers alike. Every penny tells a story, but some stories are more valuable than others. The 1975 Lincoln cent is not just about what it is, it's about what it represents. It's a reminder that even the smallest things can hold incredible value. It's a symbol of hidden potential, a call to look closer, and a chance to discover something extraordinary. In a world that often overlooks the little things, the story of the 1975 penny invites us to see with new eyes. It teaches that what may seem insignificant can, under the right circumstances, become a treasure worth chasing. Every time you receive a penny, you're not just holding currency, you're holding history. So don't dismiss the coins that pass through your hands each day. Examine them. Learn their secrets. Because within that ordinary roll of pennies, there just might be a coin waiting to change your life forever. And believe it or not, one such 1975 Lincoln 1-cent penny, struck with a rare error, in mint condition, and authenticated by experts, has been valued today at $125,000. Top 3. There's something truly magical about holding a coin in your hand that's older than many of the people you meet today. It's not just about the year stamped into the copper, it's about the stories that coin could tell if it could speak. The Lincoln 1-cent penny from 1977 is one of those tiny historical artifacts that many people overlook, never realizing that it might be worth far more than just a single cent. But behind this modest appearance lies a hidden world of value, mystery, and potential fortune. The design is instantly recognizable, a tribute to one of America's most respected presidents. Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse remains as dignified and timeless as ever, representing over a century of coinage history. This design by Victor David Brenner has stood the test of time, not because it's flashy, but because it tells a story of leadership, unity, and endurance. Flip the coin and you're met with the Lincoln Memorial, a grand structure etched into the reverse, with such fine detail that, under magnification, even the statue of Lincoln inside the memorial becomes visible. This reverse design had been in use since 1959 and continued to grace the cent through many generations. But in 1977, a year seemingly ordinary, some extraordinary things happened in the world of minting. Millions of pennies were minted in 1977 at various facilities including Philadelphia and Denver. Most of these coins entered circulation quickly and have long since been worn down or lost to time. But hidden among these were coins that would one day stop collectors in their tracks, because of subtle differences, odd minting errors, or pristine condition. It's these anomalies that have the power to transform a 1-cent piece into a jaw-dropping collectible. Imagine finding a coin that looks just like any other, but under a closer look, reveals a minting mistake so rare it becomes the talk of coin shows and auction houses. That's exactly what happened with some of the 1977 Lincoln pennies. One of the most discussed features of the 1977 Lincoln penny is the appearance of doubled dies, especially on the obverse side. These coins show slight doubling in the lettering of words like, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," or even in the numbers of the date. At a glance, the difference is barely noticeable, but to collectors, it's like striking gold. There are also stories of 1977 pennies being found with off-center strikes. When a coin is not properly centered during minting, the result is a partial imprint where part of the design is missing or skewed. While these coins might seem like factory rejects, they are in fact highly desirable and can fetch enormous prices when preserved in high grade. Some 1977 pennies are known to exhibit die cracks, a type of error where small fractures in the minting die create raised lines or odd textures on the surface of the coin. These imperfections make each error coin unique, adding to their collectability and value. Every flaw tells a story, a moment in time when machinery slipped just enough to create a one-of-a-kind piece. Another critical factor in the value of any 1977 penny is its condition. Coins that have never entered circulation, those preserved in mint state, retain their original red copper glow and sharp details. These are the coins collectors prize the most, especially when combined with rare errors or mint marks. Professional coin grading services like NGC and PCGS have evaluated and authenticated numerous 1977 Lincoln cents over the years. Some of these have received extremely high grades, and a few have broken records due to their rare combinations of error and near-perfect preservation. Even among regular 1977 pennies, there are subtle differences between those minted in Philadelphia and those from Denver, identifiable by the small D mint mark. Collectors often seek examples from both mints, especially those that display any signs of doubling, die damage, or other rare characteristics. There's also something incredibly thrilling about the idea that such a coin could be found in everyday places: a forgotten piggy bank, an old coin roll from the bank, or buried deep in a drawer. People have stumbled upon small fortunes in the most unexpected places, all thanks to a little knowledge and a lot of curiosity. The 1977 Lincoln penny reminds us that hidden treasures don't always sparkle. Sometimes, they come dressed in the most common of disguises. It's not about how flashy a coin looks, it's about its story, its errors, and how well it survived the passage of time. Over the decades, coin collectors and historians have traced down unique 1977 pennies and watched their values rise as awareness grew. Every new discovery adds another chapter to the coin's legacy, turning what was once loose change into a prized collectible. Coin shows across the United States frequently feature 1977 Lincoln cents, especially those that defy the norm. It's a coin that continues to surprise even seasoned numismatists, proving that it still has plenty of secrets to share. Collectors trade tips and share photos online, hoping to help others identify potential treasures. What's most inspiring about the 1977 penny is that anyone can be a part of its journey. Whether you're an expert or a curious beginner, this coin offers a gateway into the world of numismatics. You don't need a vault full of gold to find excitement, just a penny and a good EYE. Technology continues to evolve and new collectors join the community. The demand for rare coins like the 1977 penny only grows. These coins are not just collectibles, they're investments, artifacts, and pieces of living history. So next time you see a penny dated 1977, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Examine the edges, the lettering, the surface. What might seem like a common coin could actually be a hidden gem, a relic with a story and value beyond what your eyes can see. And yes, believe it or not, one of these 1977 Lincoln 1-cent pennies, flawless in condition, enhanced with a rare error, and authenticated by top experts, has been valued today at $140,000.
Top 4. Every now and then, a coin that seems completely ordinary turns out to be something far more extraordinary. Among the billions of pennies minted across decades in the United States, there are a few that rise above the rest, hiding rare secrets within their copper surface. One such unassuming yet fascinating piece is the Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1981, a coin that could easily pass through your hands unnoticed, yet might carry a hidden value far beyond its face. The Lincoln penny is the longest-running coin design in American history. Introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it has become a symbol not only of the nation's currency, but of American perseverance. By the time 1981 rolled around, this coin had already spent decades in the pockets, purses, and piggy banks of everyday Americans. But the 1981 penny was more than just another year in the series. It was the end of an era. What makes the 1981 penny especially intriguing is its place in the timeline of U.S. coinage history. This was the final full year the Lincoln cent was struck primarily using the traditional copper-based alloy of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Starting in 1982, the U.S. Mint shifted to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper coating due to the rising price of copper. That alone gives the 1981 penny a nostalgic and valuable edge in collectors' eyes. But there's more to this coin's allure than just its metal. In 1981, pennies were struck at all three major U.S. mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Those bearing the D and S mint marks came from Denver and San Francisco, respectively. Philadelphia coins, as usual for that time, carried no mint mark. While billions were produced, the hunt for rare versions of these coins keeps collectors scanning every 1981 penny they come across. The San Francisco Mint in 1981 produced beautiful proof pennies, coins with exceptional mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. But some of these proof coins were struck with flawed dies, creating errors that are incredibly rare and valuable today. One such error is the famous Type 2 mint mark variety, where the S is much clearer and sharper than in the Type 1 version. This minor difference in mint mark design can dramatically affect the coin's value. Then there are the less obvious but even more coveted errors. Double die averse, where the design elements are struck twice slightly out of alignment, create a ghostly shadow effect on the date or lettering. When these occur on a 1981 penny, especially in uncirculated or proof condition, they become the center of attention at auctions and among private collectors. Another aspect of the 1981 Lincoln penny that draws interest is its potential for high-grade condition. Most pennies go into circulation and wear down quickly, losing their original luster and fine details. But when a 1981 penny is discovered in mint state red condition, meaning it still glows with that bright reddish-orange shine, it becomes instantly more desirable, especially if it's free from scratches or spots. What elevates a coin from common to extraordinary is not just one factor, it's a combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand. For the 1981 penny, all three converge in specific examples. Proof coins with Type 2 mint marks, regular strike coins with rare errors, and pristine high-grade pieces have all made waves in the coin collecting world. The appeal also lies in the thrill of the unexpected. Imagine going through a roll of old pennies or sorting through pocket change and spotting a 1981 coin. At first glance, it's just another cent. But upon closer inspection, the date seems doubled or the mint mark is unusually sharp. That moment of discovery can be both exciting and life-changing. Collectors around the world continuously search for rare versions of the 1981 penny. Online marketplaces, coin shows, and professional auctions frequently feature these pieces, drawing interest from both seasoned numismatists and curious newcomers. The buzz around these coins has only grown with time, especially as more high-value examples surface in surprising places. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have authenticated and certified many 1981 pennies, and those with rare varieties or flawless conditions consistently achieve high grades. A penny graded MS67 or higher, especially one with a rare mint mark or error, becomes a true trophy in any collector's case. Over the years, stories have emerged of people finding extremely rare 1981 pennies in old coffee cans, inherited coin jars, or tucked away in childhood collections. These real-life discoveries inspire hope in collectors and enthusiasts, reinforcing the idea that treasure could be just around the corner, or right inside your home. It's this blend of history, chance, and hidden value that keeps the 1981 Lincoln penny at the forefront of collector interest. Whether you're a beginner or an expert, the idea that a small copper coin could be worth thousands is simply irresistible. Unlike many other coins, the Lincoln cent hasn't undergone radical design changes in recent decades, which makes finding rare variations and errors all the more exciting. The differences are subtle, sometimes microscopic, but they are the key to unlocking substantial value. And for one particular 1981 Lincoln penny, everything lined up perfectly. It featured a flawless double die error on the obverse, stunning red condition, and was preserved in an untouched state since the day it left the mint. It wasn't just another coin, it was a once-in-a-lifetime find. This incredible penny stunned the coin collecting world. After authentication and intense bidding at a major numismatic auction, it sold for a remarkable sum that many could hardly believe a 1-cent coin could ever command. That very 1981 Lincoln penny was valued at $95,000. Top 5. In the exciting world of coin collecting, there are some coins that don't just tell a story, they hold a secret. And one of those mysterious treasures comes in the form of the humble Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1982. To the average person, it might look like just another old penny, but to seasoned collectors and sharp-eyed enthusiasts, the 1982 Lincoln cent is one of the most fascinating and valuable coins ever released into circulation. At first glance, nothing seems particularly unusual about the 1982 penny. It still features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. It still bears the motto, "In God We Trust," the word, "Liberty," and of course the date. But what lies beneath the surface is a complex story of transition, experimentation, and a unique moment in American coinage history. The year 1982 was a turning point for the U.S. Mint. For decades, pennies had been composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But due to rising copper prices, it became more expensive to produce the coin than its actual face value. So, in 1982, the mint began switching to a new composition, 97.5% zinc with only a thin layer of copper plating. This change was crucial in keeping production costs down, but it also led to something unexpected. Unlike most other coin transitions, the switch from copper to zinc didn't happen at once. Instead, both types were struck throughout the year at all three major mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. That means there are both copper and zinc pennies from 1982, creating a mix of varieties that collectors are still sorting through today. And hidden within those varieties are some incredibly rare and valuable pieces. Adding to the intrigue, there are 7 known varieties of the 1982 Lincoln penny. These include both large date and small date versions of the copper and zinc coins from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Each of these varieties looks nearly identical to the untrained eye, but under closer examination, the differences are clear, and some combinations are exceedingly rare. The most legendary of these is the 1982 D small date penny struck in copper. For years, it was believed that all 1982 D small date pennies were made of the new zinc alloy. But in 2016, a collector stunned the numismatic world when he discovered a 1982 D small date penny made of copper, a coin previously thought not to exist. Only a few examples of this coin have ever been found, and they are among the most coveted Lincoln cents in history. Because these coins look so similar to each other, many people might have a rare 1982 penny sitting unnoticed in their collection or loose change jar. The only way to tell if a 1982 penny is copper or zinc is by weighing it. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies are lighter, around 2.5 grams. A simple scale could be the tool that turns an ordinary penny into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Beyond the metal composition and date size, errors also play a major role in the 1982 penny's appeal. Minting mistakes such as off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks can significantly increase a coin's value. A double die error on a 1982 penny, especially in mint state, can command impressive prices among collectors and investors alike. The condition of the coin is another major factor. Coins that have been in circulation for years are usually scratched, worn, and discolored. But a 1982 penny found in pristine, mint-red condition, especially one with a rare variety or error, can be worth many times more than its weight in copper. Collectors seek out these high-grade examples with unmatched enthusiasm. Adding to the mystique is the fact that so many of these pennies remain in circulation today. The chances of finding a rare 1982 variety in an old piggy bank, a coin jar, or even your pocket are real. That sense of possibility is what keeps collectors hunting, searching, and sifting through piles of change in hopes of striking it rich with a copper gem. It's not just about the money. The 1982 penny is a time capsule from a moment when America was shifting its priorities, experimenting with change, and unknowingly creating numismatic treasures. It represents the end of an era and the beginning of a new one, all captured in a single, tiny coin. And while most people never give a second glance to a penny, collectors know that every detail matters. The thickness of the numbers in the date, the weight of the coin, the feel of its surface, all of these things can be clues to a hidden rarity. Across the country and around the world, collectors are on a constant hunt for the most elusive 1982 Lincoln cent varieties. Whether you're just starting out or you've been collecting for decades, this coin remains a thrilling mystery waiting to be solved. It's easy to imagine someone finding one of these rare coins completely by accident, perhaps while helping a child with a coin collection, or simply counting out change at a store. That quiet moment of recognition, that sudden rush of excitement, is what makes coin collecting so magical. The 1982 Lincoln penny is proof that greatness can hide in plain sight. It teaches us to pay attention, to notice the small things, and to remember that even the tiniest piece of history can carry enormous value. The value of these rare coins continues to rise as awareness grows and more collectors enter the market. The few surviving examples of the rarest varieties are already commanding top dollar at major auctions and private sales. One particular example of a 1982 Lincoln penny, a small date, copper version with a Denver mint mark, shocked the collecting community. It was expertly preserved, flawlessly struck, and confirmed as one of the few known examples of its kind. After intense interest and competition from buyers, it achieved a final sale that set a record. That one rare 1982 Lincoln 1-cent penny was valued at $90,000.